what's the steam do for the face?
It helps open the pores.
And why do you have to do that before you do a wet shave?
So
It softens the skin. Doesn't it? No, it's
I think those chips way too quick.
I do as well.
Right, preparation we said, yeah? So your station has to be clean and clear from any clutter that your client can get tangled up. Is health and safety, which is slips and trips to prevent. Do a risk assessment, any cables, so this would be now for me a hazard. I want to go over there, but in normal circumstances that would be facing the station. It would be out of the way. Tools, what we need. The products that we're going to do for the preparation, for the pre-shave, your cream, your razor, your blades, your brush, your sharp box to dispose the blade after you use, hot water, towel, and a hot towel that I've just prepared in the microwave. And if you have a steamer in your shop, use a steamer because that is a good tool to help the moisture on the skin while you are shaving. Because when you don't have a steamer, you've applied the hot towel to open the pores, so during your shave the face can get cold. So this is a good tool to have. If you do going to do shaves in your shops, when you start working, the shop hasn't got a steamer, but you are providing shaving, it's about £50 is a good investment just to have one.
What, do you leave it on the whole time?
So that's going to be working on the skin. So I'll put it on because we're going to put now some products on for pre-shaving. So I'm going to exfoliate the face. And exfoliating, I'm going to use it like dry on the skin because of the particles in the cream that will rub the skin and will remove the dirt and the debris of the skin. Depending on the lifestyle of the client, if it's a client that works in the outdoors, is exposed to environmental damage on the skin. Same with the hair. Okay. So this will be now working into it, and after I've put the exfoliant to the face wash on, I will then wet it and massage the face to cleanse it. And my next product will be shave butter, which is a cream that uses a barrier for any razor irritation. And I'm going to apply the hot towel, keep it on until it gets lukewarm, not too cold, because we want to keep the face warm as much as we can. If it's cold, what will happen?
The pores will close.
Will close. So then that will make our shave a bit more difficult, especially if it's really coarse beard. So today we have Shahid here, is our regular. Thanks for his contribution. Every time we need someone, Shahid is on the list. So we have quite coarse beard. Why is it so coarse?
Because of the hair type.
Because of the hair type. So we have some factors. So if you can come closer and read out to me what we've covered today. The face contour, you know, what is to take into consideration, any ideas of what I need to watch during shaving. Can you count them up, please?
You need to get up and have a look.
Come on.
Amber, can you see anything?
Get
It's
right,
really scars.
Get right up and look.
Yeah, a little bit of scar.
Where is the scar?
Kind of difficult to see because the steam keeps like
There.
moves and it's
You catch it, complete.
Okay.
I'm on the other side a little bit.
Yeah.
Same on the other side as well. What about between the contour?
Shade. Do you know?
Oh, has he got a scar in his
What
chin?
am I feeling here?
The growth pattern.
Hair growth, exactly.
Has
So
he
that
got a
will.
scar there as well? Like, there.
There's a
Can't
scar
see.
there, yeah.
Needs to be extra clear.
Contour. Lip area. What we got here?
Oh, dimple? Like on his
Yeah.
chin?
So we got here a section which is quite like a, I don't know, that's not Charles Hinson. You know, what do you call that? It's just like a crease under the bottom lip. So I've got here quite a narrow area for my blade. So I need to adapt to that by using my fingers pulling and pinching, okay? Top lip, it's quite narrow. Again, we got this bit there,
Yep.
which we have to see how we can work around that. So I've shaved Shade before, so I know a bit about his face. So this is my consultation that I need to check beforehand I do anything else. And then if it's a first time customer, I need to ask, are you wet shaving at home? Or how many times you use a razor at home? Does your skin get irritated? You know, all these questions you ask because they know best their skin than you do. Okay? So this is the only way to find out stuff that you are not sure. So face wash, I'm going to use the BBA product. As I said, I'm going to use it dry. So I'm going to rub that onto the skin. I've not reclined the chair. One sec. Hey, just get the pressure off the back. I'm going to recline you. Now push back. There you go. So you see what I said? Take the pressure off, because some of you guys I've seen with these chairs, with the Belmont chairs, while the client has got the pressure on the chair, you pull the thing and bang, on his back, on his back. Just move here. Now I'm adjusting the headrest. Comfortable? Okay. So now I'm going to massage this into the face. So when I massage, what direction do I have to massage?
Down.
Downwards. Why is that?
The way the hair grows.
Remember earlier on, in the structure of the skin, we were talking about sebaceous glands. Do you remember that?
Yep.
That activates the blood flow. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So we want the stimulation of the blood flow to come to the surface, because that will then help to open the pores. Okay? So because we're doing a face wash, so I'm going to apply that onto the forehead.
What massage techniques is Vidro using?
Epidural.
Yeah.
So on the skin, you're going to read that, I think is in the future subjects. We got a U zone. Oh, that's my car. Alright,
Okay.
can you guys talk to it?
Yeah, where is it?
It's on, not Glisson Road, it's the next street. No, it's on Glisson Road.
Yeah.
It's on Glisson Road. If you move it to any other space,
What, Mill Street?
Mill Street or thing, and
And then let you know what one it is.
yeah, and I'll do,
I'll see you later then.
and I do the wrinkle from here, yeah?
Yeah.
Or if you got money on you, just put money in and I give it to you. So we got a U zone and we got a T zone, yeah, which is the chin area and the forehead area. So we're working around. Don't worry if you know you got hair on the eyebrows or around the hair, because when we're going to wipe that later on, we're going to clear it. So the only area that you can't really massage properly is the moustache. Now once this is a massage, what do you call?
Friction.
Yeah, that is true.
Friction around the chin, which we call the scissor movement around the chin.
Jack.
Yes.
What does friction create when you use
So what am I doing
friction?
now?
Sebum.
What's that called?
Tap it.
Yeah, it has got a name.
Petricide?
What was that?
Tap petricide.
What is it?
Rotary.
That's rotary.
That's rotary, yeah. So now, if you have a sponge, you can use a sponge. Or if you haven't got any sponge, you just use and then
Why is cotton wool better though?
Because you can bin it afterwards.
You can bin it and it's more,
Hygienic.
yeah, it's more hygienic. Because your pores are open, aren't they?
When you're using that to remove it? Or?
because there's water now on the on my cotton wool, as you've seen, I've rinsed it, so I'm lardering it. So this is now going to a face wash. The first stage was the exfoliating because the particles are rough, you can feel them. With massaging that works into the skin. But now with a wet cotton wool, you can see it's all diluted. Not every barber shop provides this service. They just do normal shaving, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you're charging £25 for a shave, I think it's a good service to provide. I mean, this is, you know, what I always do, which is the signature shave of the British Barber Association.
Little name drop there.
Hmm?
Little name drop there.
Name what?
Name
Job.
Name drop. BBA.
BBA. Name drop.
Don't worry.
You said the name. That's it.
I said the name.
Yeah.
Oh, that is BBA, isn't it?
Yeah, just
It's
Still
fine.
out.
Have you seen that because I've mentioned name?
No.
Right, so once I've removed that, the, what do you call it, the steam is still working onto the skin. I'm going to apply the shave butter. That's the shave butter I'm putting on. It gives you an idea. I'm just going to dilute that little bit water in my palm. And I'm going to apply that onto the beard. Because that is going to act like a barrier to any razor irritation, okay? Again, you massage it in. So if one of you guys, or can you grab me that hot towel from the microwave, please? Cheers. So you're the nearest.
You do a section or not?
Is it done? Yeah.
Yeah, it should be done. Just mind your fingers, might be hot. Thank you. So when we put the hot towel on, it's been prepared in the microwave, so it's quite hot. So 2.5 minutes should be fine. So what am I doing here? I'm just cooling the towel down. And now I'm going to check with Shahid. Is it ready? Is it okay? Yeah? Okay. So why did I do that?
To make sure it's not too hot.
Make sure it's not too hot. I'm going to fold it over and cover the face. Keep the nostrils open so you can breathe. If you want, you can put the dry towel over, because that will keep the heat inside, and that will add another 30 seconds to a minute for the towel to cool. So during that time, I'm getting rid of my rubbish. Okay. So my brush is going to be put into boiling hot water while that is getting. Why am I putting this into boiling hot water?
To sterilise it.
Sterilizing. Yes. So now I'm going to put my blade in. Normally, what you do, you put the blade on when the client see what you're doing, so they can see now you have put a new blade in. He knows that we are using fresh blades. So we put in the blade on. Make sure.
Did you only break it one side?
Yeah. So you make sure you know. This was the question today. The key features of your razor.
Around it.
The edge, the top, the heel, and the edge, where the blade is nice and straight. Okay, so that prevents us cutting the customer. we're going to check now the towel. Still nice and warm. So long as it stays nice and hot, so better it works into the skin. Right, quick thing for you, Amber. If you can go to my station, you know that orange bowl?
Yeah.
Can you
yeah,
get that?
that is.
So now I'm going to remove the towel and now massage it with the towel. Still using the heat to remove everything because that shea butter has now worked into the skin. Look, she's talking in there. I need that bowl and she's having a chat in there. Hey? Yeah, I did send the wrong first, didn't I? Right, this towel now going to stay there. Thank you. So my shave cream.
Prep for that one.
Now I was going to use this bowl right now. So my shave cream, I can't put my finger in because I've touched his face. So that will be
Cross-contamination.
cross-contamination. So a spatula or the spine of your, what do you call it? Razor. So I'm going to rinse my brush, put that onto the brush, and lather it till I get enough foam. And apply it onto your face. When I apply the foam, I'm trying to use circular movements. Why is that?
To help keep pores open.
Make sure that you cover everyone.
The bristles will lift in the hair up and the foam works into the skin. I didn't put any water in there because my brush was already wet, rinsed in the water. And that's enough to give that reaction because how does water and cream work? It's like same as the water and the shampoo. So is one of you going to volunteer fill this up for me, please, with the kettle?
You just pour it out.
How do I do it?
Just take that
Take it
kettle,
top.
just push it, fill it from here. There's a maximum level. Just
Right from the top.
what was that? That's it. So when we're doing this lardering, we're going to work nice and neatly, not to get foam into the nose or into the ears. So the moustache is a bit easily, so you can't put the brush there really, so you use your fingers just to work it round, okay?
It's your arm bike.
Oh, it's killing me, believe me.
This is 20 minutes of
So I'm
preparation.
gonna dip
to
that
get
into some hot water a little bit.
Oh, haircut.
I'm going to go over.
I don't think, I don't know if it would have been up like that, sort of. Missed it. That's alright, we're almost done that anyway. Touch wood.
Let's say you have foam on the lips. How would you clean that?
Suck it up.
Cotton wool, yeah? What I do, I just fold this into two. Shahid, just open your mouth. Open your mouth. Right, just. That's it, cover your lips. Open. That's how you get the foam off. That's just the way of doing it. That's it. That's it now for me. That's cotton wool. Yeah. Okay. Right, steam is working, put it on. Paper. I see now some barbers they are wiping the foam onto a towel, which is not good practice, because when we work, we have to work environmental.
Do Mill Street.
Mill Street.
Yeah, I do it. I only had £1 change, so I couldn't do it.
Right, that's working. I'll just do it. Right.
Intermission.
Mill Street, you said, yeah? Was there space?
Right, so wait, there's a van which is going.
Okay.
It's the only one that's waiting for ages and the van was going.
Right. Now we're going to move the hands to that side. Steam is working on the skin, so with the spine of our blade, we're just going to clear around the sideburn. Well, I'm going to do my first line, okay? So now you have to watch this hand. My hand always stretches the skin. So I'm placing my blade onto the skin, stretch it, and work my way down. Okay, so what I'm doing here is number 1, which is a freehand stroke. Anything you do, shaving towards you is freehand. Anything you shave away is backhand. Okay? So I'm carrying on to the throat bit, just under the jawbone. Look, keep stretching the skin for me. Why is that?
To make sure there's enough tension so that you
Tension.
don't cut the skin.
Now, from this, I'm moving to this. So I need flat surface. You see how much I can stretch? And I'm changing movement or direction. Why is that?
That grows into
Because of the growth. I'm going to clear this. Why am I clearing this? So I can see where I'm going. My blade is 32 degrees. That's a standard angle of a good shave. But if it's coarse,
you might just make it.
so you might need to. So now I've swapped from this forehand to backhand. Okay. So now I'm pulling up that way and working downwards, backhand. So why am I doing this? This is helping my posture. If I would be working like this, would that be correct?
No.
Why is that?
Back to your back.
At my back. Okay, Shahid, just stretch.
I think they kind of forcing yourself to put more weight forward because you're trying to balance
No.
yourself.
I'm working like this.
No, like if you were to do it the other way, like when you were...
The other way around. If I work like this,
Yeah.
okay, straight up, can you see from there? You can't see. If I'm working up like this, I haven't got that, what can I say?
You're gonna have to like
The
crouch.
work, because it's the face is bent, is curving, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if I work from there, look, my hand automatically has to go this way, and I'm causing strain on my arm.
Okay. Yeah.
But if I work like this, I'm comfortable, and I look professional.
And that looked
Oh.
good.
Well, you may think that's funny, but you know, someone waiting in the queue, wants to have a shave maybe. If they see, you know,
No, that's what I meant.
doing like this,
the way
you
you're
might
standing
gonna say-
like that was what I was asking about. Because are you not technically forcing yourself to...
no, because
To move
my
forward.
backhand stroke,
Okay.
it will work you. But this is a stroke that not everyone can.
How did you even get accurate?
Yeah.
Some people shave
No,
from
I
one
was-
side, didn't they? They did a whole
I
shave.
work from one side. That's due for my backhand strokes.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the way you were standing
Like
before.
this?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
You're not
Well,
technically
what
forcing
now?
yourself to lean more into it, so you're more
You do, because look at my arm angle.
Yeah.
Because if I work like this, I won't be working from my wrist, I'll be working from my shoulder.
Yeah.
But if you stand up,
What I was saying is, are you not more likely to cut your client because you're putting more pressure?
of course you,
forward?
because you're working from your arm. You're right, because you are giving that
You're trying to
movement.
balance as well.
But
as
exactly.
Yeah,
But
okay.
if you work freehand, it's your wrist that works.
So I suppose, like you said, if you're leaning forward, you're not going to put the same amount of body weight on each time.
Yeah.
If I do backhand this way, yeah, automatically you are giving the stroke from your elbow and your shoulder.
Yeah.
But if you stand back, this works, just your wrist. And with the wrist,
Okay.
you can adjust the pressure, how much you apply on the skin. Look,
Yeah, that's what
I'm stretching it up.
Can't see it's the same.
So now I'm going to move the head forward. So I'm going to work towards the moustache. Again, I could do like this, forehand, which is not wrong. I'm not changing my posture, but as you can see, I have to go with my arm. But if I work backhand, I'm more comfortable.
How are you meant to hold the razor when you do it backhand? And that sounds probably really stupid.
Okay, we're going to work on this more when you guys are hands-on. So
Whenever I've tried to
this
do it,
is
it goes really
forehand.
smacky.
Basically, it's little finger, thumb here, and that's your normal forehand. For backhand, you take that finger off, you flick it, and then you go like that. It's like playing tennis, the racket, yeah?
So the tail of it, you're not
The
putting between any of your fingers.
tail is a weight distribution for the blade.
Essentially, you have
For
to
the
push
razor.
it forward instead of.
You
put
can
it
get
back
this out the
with it.
way. I can work with this without it. But this gives you control of how much pressure you apply from the index finger and your thumb.
Yeah.
If I don't apply this pressure here with my thumb to the spine, that will you're not in control. It's like when you're using scissor.
Yeah.
If you don't give that tension, you're not in control.
Yeah.
Exactly is the thumb same way.
And then ones with the fingers any good? Are they no good? I see some people have like just the one part.
They
of the
just got the
razor.
long bit
Yeah.
and they got the finger there like the hair
Are they
razors.
good for what shape?
They are, because I've got a long one.
Yeah.
The Mataki one is long, is better. You've got in your palm and you just work like that. As I said, this is just a weight balance. Some of them are heavier.
Heavier the ones easier for more force.
If it's heavier, what I find, like for instance with the Bluebeard Revenge or the Val, got some black ones. When I hold in my backhand, it falls.
Oh,
That's
too
why
heavy.
it's just too heavy. So therefore, but again, is what you get used to use. You will just stick on that. I got trained with this, and I think everyone works with it. I've seen loads of international barbers on Instagram. I look at the razor; they got the straight razors. It's a cheap one. It's only £5.
Them big ones have safeties on them as well.
I was more asking, like,
The what?
Cheers, mate.
Big ones have like safety on them as well.
The locking
Don't
thing.
get as close to crutch.
Yeah, because their spine is automatically raised, which is that 32 point, 32 degree angle. But what I find with the butterflies, where the lock is here, it clocks up with foam. So with these, it's just straight. It's very thin, so this is where you need to adjust your wrist. So now we come into the area which is a bit fiddly. So because it's gone dry there, so I just get a little bit water, just apply that, because there's still foam on the face. Look, it lathers up. So there's no point getting your brush out and lardering it. Just add a little bit water. That's enough for me to have good. So now I'm changing to forehand. Now with the nose, I'm going to push that backwards to get that area nice and straight.